This is NDTV. And you're watching NDTV Hindu.
File a report on the condition of the Lankan refugees in Punnamalli, Madras High Court tells the government. AIADMK leaders are summoned by the Principal Sessions Court in a defamation case filed by the Chief Minister. Day 3 of the Air India nightmare, the Maharaja buckles under pressure from non-stop strikes by the pilots.
Very irresponsible, kind of things are going on. We were not even informed via SMSs that the flights are cancelled.
Does the CMDA have different yardsticks for corporate muscle and the common man? We investigate in a special report.
Trend where we see that building which has completely been constructed without any authority, without any plan, without any sanction, it is just lying there and nobody takes any action.
Tamil Nadu Pollution Control Board has painted false picture of pollution in Cuddalore, claim the environmentalists find faults with the TNPCB report. Rajinikanth speaks to NDTV after the first take of his debut period film Rana, but the superstar says fan supports will be by him.
Whenever you go for the first day shoot, how do you feel?
Tension.
Rajinikanth's fans can breathe easy now. Superstar's wife clarifies that the Rajinikanth was taken to the hospital only for a regular checkup.
Be happy, he's fine. Nothing.
Legendary filmmaker Balachandran has been awarded the Dada Saheb Phalke Award, a tribute to this living legend. Actor Ajit decides to disband his fan clubs, pleads to his fans. A very good evening and welcome to News Tonight with me, Ashwin Kumar. Let's have a look at what else is making headlines at this hour. The wedding of the century sees Prince William tie the knot with Catherine Middleton. 2 billion across the world watch in awe. Former captain Hassan Tilakaratne is out with a sensational revelation. Match fixing has been common in Sri Lankan cricket. A war of word breaks out between the Congress and the BJP after the SP and the BSP joined the Congress and the DMK to reject the 2G report. Gujarat IPS officer Sanjeev Bhatt tells the Supreme Court there's a threat to his life after his recent disclosures against Modi. And the Badshah of Bollywood says he will take off his shirt and make Dada do so if KKR wins the IPL 4. Well, first up at this a few years ago, the Supreme Court had labelled Chennai as unlivable because of the rampant violation of building norms. And we have all heard of big shopping malls building extra floors and functioning without basic parking facilities for their customers. Now the Chennai Metropolitan Development Authority, or the CMDA as it's known, has often been accused of looking the other way and not cracking the whip, a charge they have always denied. But in the case of an ordinary citizen in Nungambakkam, the agency went all out and even sealed the premises that also houses a restaurant that's under construction for, hold your breath, a 10-centimeter deviation in the height of the structure. Now the aggrieved citizen went to the Madras High Court, which has now ordered that the lock and seal affixed by the CMDA be removed immediately.
This building under construction on Khadar Nawaz Khan Road in the upmarket Nungambakkam area was locked and sealed by the CMDA authorities on Wednesday night. The action was based on not a violation but a mere deviation of barely 10 centimeters in height. The Madras High Court has ordered that the lock and seal be removed. This is because the CMDA failed to warn the builder before sealing the premises. And the CMDA took the step even as the builder's appeal against an earlier notice was pending before higher authorities. This step against an ordinary citizen is arguably in stark contrast to the CMDA's stance with regard to the big fish. For instance, just recently, the Madras High Court pulled up the authorities for allowing unauthorized construction in the 3rd floor by a big confectionery brand in the commercial hub of T Nagar and ordered demolition.
Trend where we see that building which has completely been constructed without any authority, without any plan, without any sanction, it is just lying there and nobody takes any action. And buildings with very minor deviations like what happened in the present case, like 10 centimeters and 20 centimeters, which is not even a feet, they come and take a drastic action of sealing and locking the premises. So therefore the courts have also taken cognizance of whatever is happening now.
Smarting from the criticism of the court, CMDA authorities are keeping mum when asked to respond to what's being seen as double standards in their enforcement. In Chennai with Peer Muhammad, Evelyn Matthew for NDTV Hindu.
Well, the Madras High Court has asked the state government to reply on the condition of the Lankan Tamil refugee prisoners lodged at the Punnamalli camp by the June 6th. Now, for the past 11 days, 4 inmates at the detention camp have been on an indefinite fast. Nearly 40 Sri Lankan Tamil refugee prisoners in Chengalpet camp have also started a hunger strike demanding that they be allowed to live with their families as they have been detained for a long time without any trial processes.
In Pundamalli Tamil refugee camp, 4 refugees are on indefinite fast for the 11th day today. No action has been taken by the government of Tamil Nadu. Since the government has not taken any action, Prisoners' Rights Forum has filed a petition for a direction to the government to take immediate action to bring all the 4 Tamil refugees to court and do them justice, or to release them from the camp, and to allow them to live with their family members. After hearing the writ petition today, the Honorable Court has directed the government of Tamil Nadu to give reply as to what action has been taken.
Well, hardly 2 months after threatening a Brahma and gas leak in Cuddalore, the lifting of the moratorium on expanding existing units or starting new ones in Cuddalore has come as a shock to the environmentalists. Now, they are up in arms claiming that the report by the TNPCB is a misrepresentation of facts.
Cuddalore, which has witnessed many cyclonic storms, is now in the middle of another one. Only this is not nature's fury, but rather man-made. Its industrial zone was categorized as the 16th most polluted in the country in January last year by the Ministry of Environment and Forests. But 10 months later, in November 2010, PCB reports gave a different picture, and environmentalists are now crying foul. The Comprehensive Environmental Pollution Index in Cuddalore in January 2010 was 77.5, but in November 2010, it had dropped to 54.5.
ஆனால் அதே சமயம் அவங்க என்ன பண்ணியிருக்காங்கன்னா அந்த ஏர் மானிட்டரிங்கை வந்து டோட்டல் சிப்காட்டுக்கு ஒரே ஒரு இடத்துல தான் வைக்கிறாங்க. அந்த ஒரே ஒரு இடத்துல வைக்கிறது அவங்க என்ன பண்ணுறாங்கன்னா வருஷத்துக்கு ஒரு தடவை தான் ஏர் சாம்பிளிங்கும் பண்ணுறாங்க. அதே சமயம் இவங்க என்ன பண்ணுறாங்கன்னா ஏர் சாம்பிளிங்கில் பார்க்க போனீங்கன்னாக்கா விஓசி காம்பவுண்ட் தான் அதிகமான வயலேஷனை காமிக்கும். ஏன்னா மாசு கட்டுப்பாட்டு வரை என்ன பண்ணியிருக்குன்னாக்கா விஓசி காம்பவுண்டை கன்சிடரே பண்ணல. அது ரொம்ப தப்பு.
SECUM, or the Area Community Environmental Monitoring Group, accuses State Pollution Control Board of not including cancer-causing carcinogens and changing parameters. Other allegations include ignoring local environmental complaints and also omitting the fact that majority of companies in Cuddalore do not have the consent to operate certificate.
அந்த ரசாயனத்திலேருந்து கேஸ் லீக் வெளியில் ஆகி காற்று மூலயமா 3 கிராம மக்கள் பாதிக்கப்பட்டதுங்க. எல்லா ரோடுங்களுக்கும் அங்கேயும் இங்கேயும் ஓடி போய் அலைஞ்சி திரிஞ்சுன்னு இருக்கிற டைமில் ஸோ மாவட்ட நிர்வாகம் அல்லது பொல்யூஷன் கண்ட்ரோல் போர்டு இந்த அதிகாரிகள் இது வரைக்கும் கிட்டத்தட்ட 3 மணி நேரம் எந்த ஒரு உதவிக்கும் யாரும் வரலை.
The Pollution Control Board, though, refutes these charges and maintains that it has strictly followed the guidelines of the Central Pollution Control Board, the body which fixes pollution standards.
The calculation as per based on the formula given by the CPCB and MOF, madam. We have taken all the details what actually they need.
Okay.
So based on that calculation only we had arrived at the result.
The stink in the air will not go away soon. Environmental activists plan to present their case to the Environment Minister. In Chennai, Pratiksha Ramkumar for NDTV Hindu.
Meanwhile, in more news from the state, the aftershocks of Karnataka slapping a defamation case against the AIDMK are being felt. Now, the Principal Sessions Court has summoned the senior leaders of the opposition, the AIDMK. The leaders include O. Paneerselvam, K.A. Sengotian, P.H. Manoj Pandian and D. Jayakumar. They have been asked to appear before the court on the 22nd of June. Now, the defamation case relates to the AIDMK leaders' representation to the Election Commission, in which they alleged that the DMK government was trying to destroy the government files under the pretext of shifting departments from Fort St. George to the new Secretariat complex.
The defamation complaint filed against O. Paneerselvam, K.A. Sengotian, Manoj Pandian, and Jayakumar was taken up by the learned principal session judge today, and then the learned judge takes the complaint on file, issue process to the accused, and directed the accused to be present on June 22nd for this concerned case. The above said complaint has been filed by the government against the accused for passing derogatory and defamatory statement against the Honorable Chief Minister, stating that he tried to destroy the important files. In this connection, the complaint was present before the said court, and the learned judge takes the complaint on file. All the accused are directed to be present on 22nd 6/2011.
Well, time now to head into a small break. We'll bring you more updates on the other side. Keep watching.